Let me ask you something. If nothing changes, where will you be 6 months from now? Same job, same income, same habits, same frustrations? Here's the truth. What you don't change, you choose. Most people spend more time planning their next vacation than designing their future. They'll research hotels for hours but won't spend 30 minutes crafting a vision for their life. But you're different. You're here. That tells me something inside you's ready for more. And that matters. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but dramatically underestimate what they can do in 6 months. What if I told you that in just 180 days, you could completely transform your life? Stay tuned, because today we're diving into the exact action plan to make that happen. Why 6 months is the sweet spot. So why 6 months? Why not a year? Why not a month? A year is often too long to maintain that initial burst of enthusiasm. You might start strong, but then life happens, and suddenly it's December, and you're wondering where the year went. And a month? While you can make great strides in a month, it's often too short to see truly meaningful, foundational change. But 6 months, that's the sweet spot. It's long enough to see massive, undeniable results, yet short enough to keep you excited, engaged, and laser-focused. It gives you something I call realistic urgency. You can't procrastinate because 6 months will be here before you know it. But you also have ample time to make substantial, lasting changes. It's the perfect balance. You know what fascinates me? Most people spend more time planning their next vacation than they do planning their actual life. They'll spend hours researching hotels, flights, itineraries, but they won't spend even 30 minutes truly designing their future. Isn't that incredible? But you're different. You're here today because something inside you knows it's time for a change. Let me ask you something critical. If you continue doing exactly what you're doing right now, where will you be 6 months from today? Same job, same income, same problems, same excuses? You see, what you don't change, you choose. Let that sink in for a moment. But it doesn't have to be that way. The 15 fundamental principles of transformation. Success leaves clues. Over the years, I've discovered that extraordinary achievement isn't about doing 4,000 different things. It's about doing 6 or 7 fundamental things, 4,000 times. Repetition is the mother of skill, and consistency is the father of success. Let's dive into the core principles that will transform your next 6 months. Principle 1, clarity, know what you want. The first key to your 6-month transformation is clarity. You must be crystal clear about what you want. Fuzzy goals produce fuzzy results. Sharp goals produce sharp results. Write this down. Clarity is power. When you're clear about what you want, the universe has an interesting way of helping you get it. The problem is, most people know exactly what they don't want. They can tell you all day long what's wrong with their life, their job, their relationships. But ask them what they do want instead, and they stumble. That's why we're going to start with absolute clarity. Action step for tonight. Take out a fresh piece of paper or open a new document on your computer and write down exactly what you want your life to look like 6 months from now. Be specific. Don't just write, "I want to be happy." That's too vague. Instead, write down, "I want to increase my income by 40%. I want to read 12 books on personal development. I want to lose 20 pounds and run a 5K. I want to launch my own side business idea." See the difference? Specificity is your superpower. Principle 2, your philosophy of life. Your reaction matters. The second key to your transformation is what I call your philosophy of life. Your philosophy determines how you process what happens to you. And here's the key. It's not what happens that determines your future. It's what you do about what happens. Think of it like sailing. It's not the wind that determines your direction. It's the set of your sail. Life will throw challenges your way, that's guaranteed. But your philosophy, your internal programming, dictates how you interpret those challenges and what action you take. Let me share something profound with you. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. But here's the challenge. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. It's easy to read 10 pages of a good book every day. It's also easy not to. It's easy to save 10% of your income. It's also easy not to. It's easy to exercise for 30 minutes. It's also easy not to. Your philosophy dictates which easy path you choose. Cultivate a philosophy that values consistent effort and positive action. Principle 3. The power of association. Choose your circle wisely. Now let's talk about the third key. The power of association. Here's a principle you must never forget. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Write that down. Over the next 6 months, you must constantly and consciously choose who you spend your time with. Some people, bless their hearts, need to be loved from a distance. Isn't that interesting? You see, there are 2 types of people you'll meet on your journey to success. 1. Those who will inspire you. They energize you, challenge you positively, and make you want to be better. 2. Those who will tire you. They drain your energy, bring you down with negativity, or distract you from your goals. Your job over the next 6 months is incredibly simple. Increase your exposure to people who inspire you and decrease your exposure to those who tire you. It's that simple, but it takes courage and awareness. Think about who you spend your time with. Do they pull you up or drag you down? Principle 4. The discipline of documentation. Track your journey. The 4th key to your 6-month transformation is what I call the discipline of documentation. Starting today, you must become a serious student of your own life. Keep a journal. Track your progress. Document your insights. You see, the slightest adjustment in your daily routine can dramatically change your life over 6 months. Let me give you an example. If you read just 10 pages of a good book every day, in 6 months, you'll have read 1,800 pages. That's approximately 6 to 7 full books. Do you think your life would be different if you absorbed the wisdom from 7 carefully chosen books over the next 6 months? Of course it would. Here's another principle that will serve you well. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Over the next 6 months, your primary focus should be on your personal development. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Documentation is your secret weapon for this personal growth. Principle 5. The power of investment. Invest in yourself. The 5th key to your transformation is what I call the power of investment. Now, I'm not just talking about money, although that's important. I'm talking about investing in yourself. Here's the formula. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Let me ask you something. How much have you invested in your own development in the last year? Most people will spend $100 on dinner without thinking twice, but hesitate to spend $100 on a book or seminar that could literally change their life. Isn't that interesting? Over the next 6 months, you must commit to investing in yourself. Whether it's books, online courses, seminars, or coaching, make the investment. Remember, if someone is going where you want to go, they know something you don't know. Invest in learning what they know. The return on investment in yourself is always the highest. Principle 6. The miracle of incrementalism. Small steps, huge leaps. The 6th key to your transformation is what I call the miracle of incrementalism. Small changes, consistently applied, produce massive results over time. Let me show you how this works. If you improve just 1% every single day for 6 months, you'll be over 180% better than when you started. That's the power of compound improvement. Here's what fascinates me. Most people wait to do something big. They're waiting for the perfect moment to make a dramatic, life-altering change. But success doesn't work that way. Success is built on 1,000 tiny decisions made correctly, day after day, week after week, month after month. Don't despise small beginnings. Those small, consistent efforts are building your future. Principle 7. The power of goals. Dream big, act small. Now let's share with you the 7th key, the power of goals. I know you've heard about goal setting before, but let me tell you something different. Most people set goals that are too small. They set goals based on what they think they can achieve instead of what they truly want. Over the next 6 months, I want you to set goals that scare you a little bit. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. But here's the key. Break these big goals down into daily activities. Success is not about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do consistently. What one tiny thing can you do today to move closer to that big, scary goal? That's the question you need to ask yourself every single day. Principle 8, the power of environment and design your success space. Now let's talk about something most people overlook, the power of environment. Your environment will either inspire you or expire you. Over the next 6 months, you must consciously design your environment to support your goals. Clean your office, organize your home, create a space that energizes you and makes it easy to do the work you need to do. If your space is chaotic, your mind will be chaotic. If your space is ordered and inspiring, your mind will follow suit. Here's a principle that changed my life. You can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Tonight, you can make decisions that will alter the course of your life 6 months from now. You'll be so glad you did. Focus on maximizing what's in your hands right now, starting with your immediate surroundings. Principle 9, the power of standards. Raise your bar. The 8th key to your transformation is what I call the power of standards. You see, your life will always move in the direction of your standards. If you raise your standards, your life will rise to meet them. If you lower your standards, your life will drop to meet them. It's that simple. Over the next 6 months, you must raise your standards in every single area of your life. Raise your standards for what you'll accept in your relationships. Raise your standards for your health and fitness. Raise your standards for your income and financial growth. Raise your standards for the quality of your work. When you raise your standards, your life transforms. We tend to live up to our expectations. If you expect little, you'll get little. If you expect a lot, you'll get a lot. Over the next 6 months, demand more from yourself than anyone else could ever demand from you. Principle 10, the power of rituals. Master your days. The 9th key to your transformation is what I call the power of rituals. Your life is shaped by your daily rituals. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. Over the next 6 months, you must establish rituals that support your goals. Here's a ritual that will change your life. Wake up an hour earlier every day. That's 180 extra hours over the next 6 months. Think about what you could accomplish with an extra 180 hours of focused, productive time. That's equivalent to 4.5 40-hour work weeks. Imagine using that time for learning, planning, exercising, or working on your passion project. Let me share something profound about time management. Don't count the days, make the days count. Over the next 6 months, you must become a master of your time. Time is the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours. It's what you do with those 24 hours that makes the difference. Principle 11, the power of accountability. Lean on support. The 10th key to your transformation is what I call the power of accountability. You see, when you're accountable to someone, your performance almost always improves. Over the next 6 months, find an accountability partner or join a mastermind group. Here's something fascinating about human nature. We'll often do more to avoid letting others down than we'll do just to lift ourselves up. Use this knowledge to your advantage. Share your goals with them. Report your progress regularly. Celebrate your wins together. Encourage each other when things get tough. Make commitments to others that you'll be inspired to keep. This external push can be incredibly powerful. Principle 12, the power of recovery. Bounce back fast. Let's talk about something crucial, the power of recovery. Over the next 6 months, you are going to face setbacks. That's not negative thinking, that's reality. The key is not to avoid setbacks. The key is to recover quickly. Successful people aren't people who never fail. They're people who get up one more time than they fall down. When you hit a wall, or have a bad day, or something doesn't go according to plan, don't dwell on it. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and get back on track as quickly as possible. Don't let one bad moment derail your entire 6-month plan. Your ability to recover swiftly is a super skill. Principle 13, the power of focus. Laser in on what matters. The 11th key to your transformation is what I call the power of focus. Here's what I've learned. Where focus goes, energy flows. Over the next 6 months, you must become laser-focused on your priorities. Don't major in minor things. Don't just be busy. Be productive. Let me share something powerful. Motivation gets you started, but habit keeps you going. Over the next 6 months, focus on building habits that will serve you for life. Don't rely solely on motivation. Rely on discipline. Motivation is like a hot shower. It feels good, but the effects don't last. Discipline, built through consistent habits, is your long-term fuel. Identify your top 1 to 3 priorities and pour your energy into those. Principle 14. The power of celebration. Acknowledge your wins. The 12th key to your transformation is what I call the power of celebration. Most people wait until they reach their final, massive goal to celebrate. That's a mistake. Over the next 6 months, celebrate your progress, not just your achievements. Celebration fuels motivation. Even small wins deserve recognition. Finish that challenging chapter? Celebrate. Stuck to your workout schedule for a week? Celebrate. Had a breakthrough idea? Celebrate. These micro-celebrations create positive reinforcement and keep your momentum going. Here's something interesting about success. Success leaves clues. Study successful people. Read their books, listen to their podcasts, attend their seminars. Over the next 6 months, become a student of success. Learn from those who have already achieved what you want to achieve, and celebrate their successes too as inspiration for your own. Principle 15, the power of gratitude. Shift your perspective. The 15th and final key to your transformation is what I call the power of gratitude. You see, gratitude turns what we have into enough. Over the next 6 months, commit to a daily gratitude practice. Maintain a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're genuinely grateful for every single day. That's 540 moments of gratitude over the next 6 months. Here's something fascinating about the human mind. What you appreciate, appreciates. The more gratitude you express, the more reasons you'll find to be grateful. Appreciate your progress, appreciate your challenges for the lessons they bring, and appreciate your opportunities. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Conclusion, your next 6 months start now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude with this thought. 6 months from now, you will surely arrive. The question is, where? That answer depends entirely on the decisions you make today and the actions you take tomorrow. The next 6 months of your life are hidden in your daily routine. Remember, life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And today, right here, right now, you have the opportunity to make changes that will transform your life over the next 6 months. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take this moment and make it perfect. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the action you take, starting today. 6 months is going to pass whether you take action or not. The question is, where do you want to be when those 6 months are over? Make these next 6 months count. Make them matter. Make them memorable. 6 months from now, you'll be telling one of 2 stories, a story of action and achievement, or a story of procrastination and regret. The choice is yours. Everything you need to create an extraordinary life is within your reach. The knowledge is available, the strategies are proven, the opportunities are endless. The only question is, are you ready to begin? Your next 6 months start now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Now, take action on what you've learned today. Apply these principles, follow this plan, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Remember, life will pay whatever price you ask of it. Ask for average, you'll get average. Ask for excellence, you'll get excellence. Over the next 6 months, ask for excellence in everything you do. Accept nothing less than your best. The next 6 months of your life can be better than the last 6 months of your life. But that won't happen by accident. It will happen by design. Your design. Take control. Take charge. Take action. Thank you, and I can't wait to see your incredible progress. Go forth and make these next 6 months the best 6 months of your life.